just 2 races remain in this My Team Career Mode journey. We are 15 points ahead, but that can all change at any moment. It's Las Vegas. It's round 9 of this 10-race season, and this whole career mode journey is coming to an end. But first, we need to do the Vegas Grand Prix, and we need to qualify. So hopefully we can qualify well here, and that is critical for our championship. We can wrap the title up here, theoretically, but it would require me winning and getting the fastest lap and Verstappen finishing 3rd or lower. So that's what we need to do to win the title. At the moment, I can't see that happening. Oh, that's a mistake we could ill afford. We need to get back on it now and try and make up for that for the rest of this lap. Otherwise, we will not be starting in a good position at the moment. It's Sainz looking for pole. Sainz looking for a 8. Don't forget Carlos Sainz, 25 points off. He has a chance here if we have an off race. But so far, so good as we now head down the straight. It's out of our hands for this long straight. The rest, well, it's just up to how our car performs on the straight. And at the moment, we've not got the momentum, but we're definitely pushing for it. And the car just has a bit more power on the straights. We brake now. Could have braked them a bit later maybe. But doing all we can. At the moment we're looking at P5, P6. Hopefully we can stay in 6. Note we're in 7th. Can we move up at all? It's P6 on the grid. So not an entire loss, but it's not brilliant. It's not brilliant. Where is everybody else in relation to us? That's the question. Oh, that's an interesting grid. It's Charles Leclerc on pole, but Théo Pourchaire on the front row. That's a shock here. Gasly 3rd, Russell 4th, and then it's Sainz and me. Albon and Norris, Tsunoda and Verstappen. Verstappen is out of the top 10. Well, he's not out of the top 10, but he's only just in it. Okay, that's going to make things interesting in this Grand Prix. Neither title contender in the top 5, and the only Mercedes driver there in the top 5 is Sainz. That is going to be such an interesting grid moving forward into the race.
Welcome to Las Vegas. So with the race not far away from starting, here's what today's grid rundown looks like. Charles Leclerc lines up on pole position, and starting next to them is George Russell. Looking at the rest of today's grid, we have Sainz, Joker, Albon, Norris, Tsunoda, Verstappen, Oscar Piastri, Théo Pourchaire, Drugovich, Gasly, Iwasa, Vesti, Ocon, Halga, Liam Lawson, Doohan, Sargent, Stroll, Ricciardo, and Zhou Guanyu. With preparations almost complete, let's head down to the track.
It's an interesting question. They're 2 very different mindsets. In the old days, of course, they used to cover up to 15,000 kilometers of testing in a season.
Okay, we've got that relief of having points on the board finally, so let's keep that form up and get another top 10 finish today, please.
Here we go, the penultimate race. We have gained a place due to penalties, so that has helped us out quite nicely. Right, let's get this race started. Pourchaire had a penalty, and that's moved him down. I can't think of who else had a penalty, but whatever. We are underway under the lights of Vegas. Leclerc gets away okay. Sainz is trying to cover, and we're down the inside going for 3rd. I'm going to try and sweep round, trying to get Russell. Can't get Russell, but we have muscled Sainz out of the way. And in the lead of the race then is Charles Leclerc with George Russell in the Alpine in 2nd. We've moved up to 3rd, but I'm a little bit stuck here. I did think to have a look at Russell, but the move just isn't on there. So Leclerc, Russell, myself, Albon, Sainz. No idea where Verstappen is. Remember, if we win this race, and Verstappen finishes lower than third, we are champion. Max Verstappen needs to finish third in this race to keep his championship hopes alive, and right now it is very much advantage to us in P3 as we head on to the strip for the first time. Are we going to be able to pass Russell? I don't know what we can do here, but Russell's pulling away a little bit actually from us. But it'll be when we get up to maximum speed that we'll find that we catch George again, because it may not be the torque of the car, but it's the straight line speed of the car ultimately that helps us catch. No positions changing on the strip for the first time then, as we're about to complete lap 1. But I'm going to have a go at Russell because there is a chance of P2 on here. Unfortunately, we have used all our overtakes. Sainz is struggling in P5, and I wonder, is he thinking about his teammate behind and getting ready to make things easier for him? There's Verstappen. I think that's in 8th place. So Max Verstappen currently in 8th place, as we're currently in 3rd. And I'm wanting to try to apply some pressure to George Russell, but again, the move just isn't on here, and we've got to wait it out. Leclerc carrying on the lead of the race, doing a fine job at the moment, and Russell right behind in the Alpine, trying to get some big points for them. We're currently in 3rd, and with Max in 7th, I don't know if that'll be enough to win the championship here. It won't be. It won't be. So the championship will go to Abu Dhabi if things finish as they are now. The top 7 are all concertinaing together here. This could be fun on the strip as Russell gets close to Leclerc, but there's no way through there. We could still see a safety car in this race yet. Anything can happen. It's lap 3 here in Vegas. And we've got Alex Albon all over the rear, but I don't really want to be fretting about Albon. I want to be getting after Russell. I tell you what, I don't think any of the front 7 are going to be in the same order when we finish with the strip next time round. On the strip we go. This is where the order may start to change. Using everything we have of overtake, draining the battery. Russell is going for Leclerc. Russell very close. He's going to have a look. He nearly loses it while going for it. George Russell down the inside of Charles Leclerc. Is he going to make this work? I'm waiting on the outside line in case both of them go wrong. They have banked wheels, but I think Russell is ahead. And George Russell leads here in Vegas. We have a new race leader, and it's George Russell. But Charles Leclerc is going back for it. Is Leclerc going to retake the lead? Yes, he does. Charles Leclerc leads the way. And Alex Albon is now your fastest lap holder. I want to have a look at Russell, but there's no way through there. And the front 3 are separated by less than a second. This is close racing here. And I want to try and stay with them as much as I can because I want a go on the straight. I want a go on the strip. Russell for sure is going to get ready for a second attack on Leclerc. And I tell you what, we had a nice little exit there, didn't we? And I've gone on overtake early to stay with Russell, but he's going to be going after Leclerc, and we're going after them both here. We're on the limit here. Russell has a go. He's going around the outside of Leclerc. Oh, I thought about a look there, but it wouldn't happen. Oh, we've gone into Leclerc. We've gone into him. Have we done any damage? No. But we did tap the rear of Leclerc there. So, well, I think we're lucky that we didn't do any damage as we come up to end another lap. And this time I've got the momentum for a go again at Leclerc. But Leclerc covers. Leclerc covering. I'm going to try and duck down hit. No, that's a gap that always closed in on me. And we're heading back onto the straight here. And this race is just, well, now Sainz is having a go at Albon. And Leclerc is retaking the lead once again. And Russell might be vulnerable here because, oh, you know what? I'm fancying a look at George. I'm really fancying it. We're going to go down the inside. I'm not going to make the corner. Oh, I haven't made the corner. And I'm going to have to let George back through. because we didn't make the corner, but that's put George out of DRS threat. And Russell's not going to be happy about that because he's going to be vulnerable to quite a few cars here. Meanwhile, Leclerc, he'll be thanking us because he's just got clear. Leclerc is now clear of DRS threat as we now have Alex Albon right behind us as we now set up the overtake for George Russell once again on the Vegas Strip. And we're now going to pull to the left, and that was
Nice work, mate.
that was relatively easy, and we don't even use all our overtake. Oh, what is going on behind? It looks like everything is cracking off behind as Russell tries to prevent Albon going through, and Norris has moved up to fifth. So here is Lando Norris on Carlos Sainz going down the inside, and Norris moving up into P5, the reigning champion, finally having a race where he's fighting with the leading pack. And Leclerc out of DRS threat, and round here that's a big deal, especially as the DRS and the long straights are quite strong. Leclerc wanting to pull away in the McLaren, and if he wins this, it'll be his first race of the season as we've locked up. We've gone deep, and Russell's hit me! Russell hitting me up the back there. I go a little bit deep. We're going to watch it from Russell's POV. I've gone deep, but I'm trying to... Wow, George should have seen that. And we've now got the threat of Alex Albon behind, and I've also got a car that I'm going to be limping with for the rest of the race because Russell has done me some damage. Oh, sideways there as well. Russell's not going to have a good time on this straight, neither are we, because Alex Albon is now attacking. Here he goes down the left. I'm not really going to fight him because where we are, we're still in a good position championship-wise, and there's no need to take any silly risks. No need at all. Albon moves up to second. We could fight back at him here a little bit later on. Oh, it's all gone wrong for George Russell though. All in one move, but he pits now. And I tell you what, we might have a look down the inside of Albon here. No, no way through there. But Norris and Sainz are still quite a bit away from me. And Verstappen, I think, has lost places too. So Max Verstappen is not really where he needs to be. And in fact, he's still in the right place to keep the championship going. But we're now having a look at Albon. Verstappen currently in 8th. 4 points he'll get. We'll get 15. That'd be 11 points, 26 of a gap. So while we won't win the championship in this position, if we get the fastest lap and Max finishes 8th, he becomes champion. But if we finish second and Max is 8th, we are champions. So it's just become very possible to do this today. All I can do is do everything I need to in terms of what I need to do to win the championship. But again, a bit of a slide out the corner, but we should have DRS. And you know what? If Norris challenges me, I'm not going to hold him up because Lando is actually on for a good race here. And in terms of the constructors, we need the points. Right, here we go. Albon's going to be vulnerable. He goes to defend. We're going to go for the outside of the McLaren. Have we got it done? Not quite. Albon's still there. And Norris is fighting us every step of the... Norris is wanting to get involved here, but now he's fighting Sainz. And Albon's slow around the final corner, which means we've got to run down the inside of one. No, Albon just holding on. Oh, this is going to be tight. Who's going to be brave around the corner here? Albon gets the move done. And Sainz now could be having a go at us. Albon's got DRS. We don't. Sainz could be coming. So could Norris. And so could someone else. I can't see who is. Sainz going for the outside. Albon's locked up a little bit. And that's Théo Pourchaire up into the top 5. Théo Pourchaire, well, briefly in the top 5. Having an absolute stormer of a race. Meanwhile, Verstappen is still dropping back. Where is he? 4, 5, 6. Verstappen is in P8. And right now, as it stands, I don't think doing enough to keep himself in the championship fight. But don't forget, my car is compromised. We've got a yellow flag behind. What's going on? Somebody's dropping out of the race. I can't see who it is. It's Charles Leclerc! Charles Leclerc is blowing up! He is out of the Las Vegas Grand Prix! He was dominating this race, and he now finds himself out of it! That is rotten luck for the Monegasque. Oh, your heart goes out, it really does. Oh, this is the lap we pit. I don't want to pit, I want to keep going. This race is full of excitement and full of drama here as we pull into the pits. Oh no! We've respawned for whatever reason. I don't know why that's happened. But we find ourselves out. Max Verstappen is in the pits. We're in the pits. Quick change of tyres. And we are back out again. And yeah, there is the confirmation. Leclerc out of the race. That's rotten luck for him. We've now leave the pits. We're a second clear of George Russell. Russell's having a bit of fun, isn't he? He's got half a front wing and he doesn't care. He's still going for it. And we've got him between us and Verstappen. I wonder if that damage is going to be affecting him still. Ooh, that's a bit of a kiss of the barrier. Answer, not really. Russell was actually getting up to speed quite nicely here. We've gone deep. And Verstappen is now 2.1 within us. So this is interesting. And I'm trying not to hold things up. Russell mighty through this sector. And we might have a bit of fun with him down the long Las Vegas strip while we wait for the other drivers to serve their pit stops. Getting on overtake as early as possible. Russell is going to be coming straight at me here. Just a reminder that we do have car damage, so that's not going to be helping our pace. Here comes George Russell. He wants another go. I'm trying to defend, but again, there's no sense in defending it. Russell with a clear run, getting it done. Now Russell's gone defensive, which is a move I'm not sure I understand, but whatever, Russell defends. And we're now halfway through this Las Vegas Grand Prix. Anything yet could happen. And we've got such a run on Russell that we can go down the inside of turn one and get back through. Right. Who is where? Tsunoda is second, Ricciardo is third. And is that Ricciardo genuinely out in front of us after his pit stop? Has Ricciardo pitted? Race director, hello. Right, so nobody in front of us has pitted. So we are genuinely the leaders of this race. But George Russell's coming at me here. Russell really coming at me round the outside. And Russell takes the effective race lead. George is on it here today. He wants this win. I want this win too. Verstappen's moved up to fourth. Don't forget, if we win and Verstappen gets third, well, the gap will be 25 points. But if we get fastest lap with it, then we are champions. So, lots still to play out in this Grand Prix. And we've still got a few laps left of it. I'm now going to have another go at Russell down the strip. Albon is within a second of me as well. But he's going to have Max Verstappen all over him. And we could see a battle of the Titans soon. But I'm trying to make sure that there's another car between myself and Max Verstappen. And that is what we're going to do with George Russell, who goes to defend. We're going to the outside. We've got past Russell. Move up another place. We may be doing everything we need to do, but Carlos is going for P2 here as we ride on board with the Mercedes alongside George Russell. Side by side they go, and I think Carlos has got the move done. So here's what's going on behind. We're riding on board with Verstappen now, and he's going for both Russell and Sainz. Side by side go the two Mercedes into the right-hander. And Verstappen going round the outside and moving up into second. So Verstappen putting himself in championship position as I make another mistake round there. But Max Verstappen is now in position to keep the championship fight going to Abu Dhabi. And I'm going to let Max go here. This is a tactical move so that I get the DRS, because I know without it, I'm going to be a sitting duck on this straight. So we've played this tactically, we've played this smart, and Max now has the lead, but he's going to really struggle down the straight. We take the lead back. Is that going to leave him vulnerable to Sainz? I don't know, but that was some clever driving there to let Max through, give us the best chance on the straight, and that worked a treat. We're now 7 tenths ahead of him. 2 laps to go in this race. Anyone in the top 5 could yet win this. And at the moment, I'm holding the lead. And I'm doing everything I can to hold this lead. Tension is definitely there. Of course, if Max wins this race, the gap comes down from 15 points to 8 points, meaning that we would have to at least finish second with fastest lap to have a hope of winning the title. Or hope that Max doesn't get fastest lap. I don't know. We're at the late stages of this Vegas Grand Prix now, and I'm trying to protect this race lead, which is less than 0.3 of a second. Oh, I'm trying to get clever here, but we've nudged Sainz. But luckily, I don't think we've done damage to Carlos. Norris is up to 4th, but Verstappen's got quite a few tenths ahead. So I don't know, is this going to work, or have we fallen too far behind Verstappen? Oh, look at the momentum we've got. We're just going to have to go for it. Verstappen's going to cover. We're going to go to the outside, and we retake the lead. And Lando Norris moving into 3rd. So Norris trying to get clear. Oh, who's hit the wall? What's happened to Verstappen? Riding on board with Max Verstappen. What has he done? Verstappen's lit up the rear wheels. He's crashed. Max Verstappen crashes in this Las Vegas Grand Prix. And surely he falls out of the points. And that means it to say that we will become world champion. Max Verstappen throws it all away in this penultimate lap of the Las Vegas Grand Prix in highly dramatic circumstances. And Lando Norris moves up to 2nd place. What a finish to this race. How dramatic do you want it? Verstappen throwing his win away. And, wow. You know what? Even 2nd place would do it. And if Lando tries to overtake me, I'm not fighting him. If anything, I'm dropping back to give him the DRS to protect him from Sainz. I don't think he needs protection from Sainz. But even if Lando goes for it, I'm not going to stop him. Here we go, onto the strip for the final time. P2 would do it, but is Lando Norris going to get us here? Carlos Sainz down to 3rd. It is all over for Max Verstappen, making a critical mistake at a critical time. Here comes Lando Norris. He's not going to be close enough to do it. Théo Pourchaire moving up into P3. And Lando Norris not quite close enough. It is all over for Max Verstappen in the wall. But here, under the lights of Las Vegas, we become world champion by winning the Las Vegas Grand Prix. What a dramatic finish.
Oh man, that's it. It's all over and you are the world champion. What a drive, what a season. Well done.
And so the celebrations begin, and well-earned they are indeed. It might have looked simple at times, but as any racing driver will tell you, competing at this level at the very top is anything but simple. There's no catching them now then. We have a new World Drivers' Champion. Not just victory today then, but the championship as well. What a spectacular season they've had. Congratulations to the whole team. Tell me, Ant, how do you think they were able to deliver such an incredible result today?
Well, they certainly stood out as a driver with tons of confidence on the track. I think their ability to keep their cool, even during some of the more hectic parts of the race, meant they were able to capitalise on the mistakes of other drivers, giving them the opportunity to make their way to the top spot with ease.
Well, what a thrilling end to an incredible Grand Prix weekend. Our top three finishers should be incredibly happy with what they were able to achieve out there today.
It is a highly dramatic conclusion to the Las Vegas Grand Prix, and one that gives me the World Championship, and Lando Norris coming home second to maximise the team points as well. Théo Pourchaire, after an extremely miserable season at Red Bull, gets a nice shot in the arm with P3. Carlos Sainz finishing fourth, and then it's Albon and Tsunoda fifth and sixth. Piastri getting points for Williams. Gasly, Russell and Hauger complete your top 10. So there it is. Carlos Sainz actually, through all that, moves up to second in the championship. Verstappen drops to third, and he is now completely out of contention. Nobody is. We are the champions in what was such a dramatic conclusion to that Grand Prix. Meanwhile, Pierre Gasly holds on to fifth. Leclerc is sixth. He could have won this race as well. George Russell could have won the race too. A number of drivers that could have potentially won it. Albon is seventh in the standings, and it's Drugovich, Ricciardo and Russell completing your top 10. And in the constructors, we have moved to within 14 points of Mercedes. This is doable. We could still win the constructors. McLaren take over Ferrari in third. I think they have done for a while, actually. Williams, I think, are very safe in fifth, as are Alfa Romeo in sixth. So the real battle is McLaren and Ferrari. Can Ferrari do anything? And other than that, I think these places are fairly locked in. So it's between us and Mercedes for the constructors. But I am going to sign off as Drivers' World Champion. What a race that was. High drama right until the end. And in the end, Verstappen threw away his title hopes and ends up finishing 21st with a 5-second penalty anyway. I do have to know what that penalty was for. Let's have a look at the race director. Oh, illegal blocking and a severe collision with Sargent. Oh, Max, you naughty boy. Right then, thank you for watching. Join me for the concluding chapter of Career Mode. Still all to play for in the Constructors' Championship. Until then, thank you for watching. TTFN, ta-ta for now, take care.